get the barns going. Always have to be careful that people don't snipe me, man. You sold the gold for Wi-Fi? Alright. Dude, don't be so cruel. What the hell? What are you saying? Money is evil. Money is bad. I hope I live the day where we don't have to use money anymore. Feels freaking good, man. I think it's very important to get my secrets out. First one, this one. Banks are bad. Yeah, the way how money is produced and regulated is bad. I don't need the freezing trap out yet. I guess I could have played this freezing trap just so above the stones for next turn. I kind of wanna... I just, before I see like one AoE, I feel like this is kind of like against Dustbreaker. Very similar, you know, completely useless. Am I going freezing trap here? So I'm more flexible with my next turn. I could go bow and go face, or I just go for the spellstone. Coin? No coin? Guess no coin. Could just Hellfire if I go for this, so I guess we go for the bow play. And if he goes Hellfire here, he's threatening to die to a kill command. The guy is a billionaire and founder. I know. Warren Buffett. Didn't he also like hang out with Bill Gates? Or did he not work together with Bill Gates? On some stuff. Yeah, but he's also very old, right? I know, Pasta, but about a lot of things, I look at it this way. I'm trying to be as logical as possible, right? If it's good or bad, right? If it's logical or not. For example, there's like very, very smart people that say, for instance, God doesn't exist. Extremely smart people. And there's extremely smart people that say God exists. That alone, right? And they're like have a super strong opinion about it, right? But the only logical answer to that question would be, we don't know. The way how probability works and how big the universe is, mathematically it's more likely God exists than it doesn't exist. That's the correct answer. So we don't know. We just don't know. But it was great. Maybe. Guess we go for the poisonous. Actually, I could play it now, but we wanna get the barns out. I can't say like what the future is of cryptocurrencies. I don't know. I just feel like we need something. We need decentralized. What is it called? We can't let the banks handle the worth, how much money is worth, and the government. What we do know for sure is the low price of oil. Profits old country profit. That's the only thing we know, yeah. But regarding like cryptocurrencies, I would like to. I think I would prefer listening to people that are like super smart, but younger, like a younger generation, like the future generation, right? Because the generation, the older generation that dominated stocks, dominated the market, the old billionaires. I'm not sure if they're the go-to for advice for them, for the future, for future investments. I know they know their shit. They know their shit 100%. I'm not saying anything about that. You know, I don't know how scary this is. Is this like scary? It is. He was both luckies. He could have a cube. I kind of want to go 10 damage to the face here. I learned that, by the way. There's, you know, Doyle Brunson. He's a super famous poker player. He's like a poker millionaire, right? He never won the World Series. I think he never won the World Series. I think he got to the final table. He's like extremely good. I think he's like 74 years old. Maybe older now, maybe 76. And like there was a period where I studied poker. And I learned from like, read books about like poker pros. There's like all sorts of different poker pros. And Brunson won it twice. Alright, that's why he's so famous. He won it twice. He's the only person who won it twice. Okay, never mind. He won it twice. But I'm not a poker pro. I got interested in it and I studied it for a while. And there's like right now poker is so much harder than before because it's kind of like, oh my god, what the hell? People are, that's a good discard. What is happening? That's like correct place math wise. And Brunson plays very different. I'm not saying he's wrong. It's just like it feels like old. It's like outdated. And they're right as well. Pasta is so mean. But that's a good example, actually. I think if you wanna win a tournament right now, let's say a given format, you ask the person who won the last tournament in the current format. I don't think that's a bad advice at all. I remember, for example, who knows Fujitora? Fujitora is a Turkish player, not very known. But he won like the first Challenger Cup, so he knew his stuff, right? And then I took his lineup and I got to second place after my first Challenger Cup that I played. So he's maybe not very known or very well respected in the community, but he knows his shit. That's a very good outcome, by the way. It's just, we can't risk it, the tracking here. Because this is a game-winning play. For example, if you really want to win, you can ask me stuff. Like, I know a lot about Hearthstone, but I can't say, yeah, I'm obviously not winning tournaments right now. I feel like my heart is not with the game anymore. I got like so... It's not that I'm not tryharding, but my heart is definitely not with Hearthstone anymore. I got too disappointed by the game balance and what Blizzard did in the past 4 years and how bad the state of Hearthstone was. Long periods of time. But in the 2014, where I didn't sleep for like 3 days straight, just played like Hearthstone all day, every day, dude, you could ask me and all my advice was like top notch. I mean, my advice is still good, it's just that... So bad matchups. Man, Hunter is sick, dude. Imagine how I was facing good matchups. No, it's not the game is not even bad. It's just the competitive aspect of the game, you know. The game itself is not bad. And if you're like into Tavern Brawl and Dungeon Runs and whatnot, Arena, the game is great. If you wanna play it for fun, the game is great. Like, if you do something else and then play Hearthstone for fun, the game is great. If you're not bound to it. But if you are a professional player and you go to a tournament and you rely on rolling Huffer instead of Leok, your life depends on it, your job depends on it, how much money you make depends on it, well, it's not so fun. It's like, how much money you make this month, if you can put food on the table, depends on if you roll Huffer or not, or if you draw Barnes or not. And then you go to the tournament and then you don't get Huffer, you get Leok, and you're like, alright, no food, no dinner this time. No dinner tonight. Barnes or kids eat, don't eat tonight. That's now we're talking. I guess we're gonna eat dinner tonight. I guess tonight we're gonna put food on the table, guys. Tonight we get some nice steak. But I mean, the irony, right? Steak and double Huffer. I'm sorry, Huffer. I didn't mean to, you know. That was my intention. CK1P3? I like you. 15. Yeah. Now you must be like, what the fuck? I think I do Hunter's Mark, just in case. Just in case, so I don't die. You know why I like you? I actually read up about people like you. Do you consider yourself as a lucky person or an unlucky person? I think you consider yourself more a lucky person, right? It's actually there was like some very interesting research about that. I'm pretty pessimistic when it comes to myself. Oh, really? That's actually extremely surprising.